What is up, guys? I have another core set only playthrough here, and this time we will be taking on Ultron on expert mode, playing as Tony Stark Iron Man. And yeah, we are playing as the leadership aspect here, using only cards from the core set against the ultimate core set villain right here in Ultron. So the deck build is pretty simple. Before we go into that, I do want to talk a little bit about Iron Man and the strategy going into Ultron. So Iron Man has a very slow start because in hero form he only has a hand size of 1. That's his biggest weakness, but he gets a +1 hand size for each tech upgrade you control, up to a max hand size of 7. So we can easily build a hand size, but we start off with only 1. And we want to get these tech upgrades outright, like his arc reactor, his rocket boots, the Mark 5 armor, and then the power guns, right? If we get all these upgrades out, then his hand size will go up to 7, which is really good because normally in hero form, most heroes have a hand size of 5 max, so having 7 there is huge. So we want to spend a lot of time in Ultra Ego because we have hand size here of 6, and our Future's ability lets us get a card to our hand, so it's kind of like a 7-card hand size effectively, right? So we take our time building up, and then we can get enough cards in our hand, then we can flip over to hero form and have a decent hand size. So usually the first few rounds, I want to stay in our Ultra Ego form right here and not flip up, so I have cards to play. Because if we only can play 1 or 2 upgrades on turn 1, and then we flip over immediately, then we'll only have a hand size of 3, and we're kind of stunted there, right? And then the thing with Ultron, though, he's a little bit tough because he has 3 main scheme stages over here, and then the first main scheme stage only advances at already 3 times player threat, right? So if he schemes 1 time, it's going to pop this immediately, which I think we'll probably let him do unless we get like a really crazy hand or something like that. And on the second main scheme, this is much more difficult because there's a force response every single time after placing threat here during step 1 of villain phase. We have to either take a drone minion or place 2 more threat on here, right? So we want to keep this usually on here as long as possible if we're facing Ultron, but Iron Man is going to kind of force us to let this go immediately. Okay, so let's go a little bit into the build here. So we are playing as leadership, and the main reason why is because we really want to lean into Hawkeye. Hawkeye is going to be the MVP here against Ultron. A lot of you guys probably already know that Hawkeye is like the ultimate Ultron counter. So Hawkeye enters play with 4 arrow counters. So every single time he enters play, we're going to put like 4 arrow counters on him, right? And then after a minion enters play, as a response, we can remove an arrow counter and do 2 damage to that minion. So as Ultron keeps getting his drones out, we can just pink off the minions here with Hawkeye's arrow counters. So we want to recur him as much as possible using the Mate calls right here, right? And basically in the core set, if you're playing leadership, there's only 3 possible allies in the core set. 3 possible leadership allies, I mean, and then 2 basic allies. So we're just going to include all the allies that we can because they are the best card type in Marvel Champions. So we want to try to put as many as we can, and we're just going to max out here on 5 because we want a good shot at taking down Ultron. And the Triskelion here will increase your ally limit by 1, so we can have more than 3 allies. We can have 4 allies instead of the limit here of 3, which I think is going to be really good because with the Make the Calls, we can recur the allies constantly, right? So this is going to be another good card for us to get out, but it's not a priority or early game. Maria Hill, one of the best allies in the game. Nick Fury, probably the best ally in the game. Mockingbird's really good as well because she can stun an enemy. And then we pretty much just have a pretty similar build, a little bit different than a Spider-Man one. So the resources here, we have all the doubles, which are going to be key cards for almost every single deck. The Power of Leadership, double resource for paying for leadership cards, right? So if we're paying for any of these cards here, they will be a double 4. The Make the Call here, if you pay the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile, we put an ally back into play. If we're playing Make the Call for any leadership ally, the Power of Leaderships with official ruling does still count as 2 resources, so that is really good for us when we're paying for leadership cards. And we want the 3 Make the Calls here so we can recur these allies as often as possible to have them defend for us so Iron Man does not get taken out. And if we do take damage, we have the 3 first aids right here to heal us. We can heal 2 damage for any character. And this is also another combo that may not be the most efficient thing with Iron Man, but if we power up the allies here with Inspired, we can give them +1 Thor, +1 attack, and then we can first aid to heal an ally because this can heal 2 damage for any character to potentially keep an ally in play longer, like either Vision, Hawkeye, or Mockingbird probably, because Nick Fury leaves play at the end of the round. Maria Hill only has 2 health, so she can only activate 2 times anyways, right? But if we play the first aid on one of these guys, they can probably activate a lot more times. But I don't know if we're going to get to that just because basically we're just filling the deck here with whatever else that we can. It's not the most optimal deck, obviously, but because we only have access to core set cards here when we're doing this, right? So if we had access to other cards, I would probably take these guys out and probably take out the Haymaker here as well. And the Avengers Mansion and Helicarrier, this is a little bit not as necessary with Iron Man, just because Iron Man. So if you play that in Mansion, right, it's a 4 cost support where you can exhaust a card to draw a card. So you're effectively adding like 1 card to your hand every single turn whenever you have the Imagination already in play. Same with Helicarrier because this will reduce the cost of the next card that you play by 1. So they're like a resource generator, right? But Iron Man, with his effect here, you get +1 hand size for each tech upgrade you control. Effectively, if you play out 1 tech upgrade like Arc Reactor, you're getting +1 to your hand size anyways. So, and it has another effect, right? Like all of his tech upgrades have a secondary effect. So, and they're much cheaper than the Mansion and the Helicarrier, right? So, effectively, if you're playing the Arc Reactor, this is way more efficient than playing a Helicarrier or an Avengers Mansion. And you get synergy with Iron Man's kit, and you can use the effect here, which can ready up Iron Man every single turn. So, it's way better to get his tech upgrades out versus getting out a Helicarrier or the Avengers Mansion for Iron Man specifically. We still have these cards in the deck because if we have nothing else to play, right? If we get super unlucky and we don't get any of his tech upgrades in like the first few hands, we can still play this stuff to give us like a pseudo increase on our hand size, right? This can still be useful as just having other supports and you know resource generation out if we don't get our tech upgrades because they're kind of like the same thing. So it's not the best cards if we can get the tech upgrades and we can get these out and we don't need to play these. But if we can't, then these will be good to play. So that's just kind of why they're there. If you have a bigger card pool, I would definitely recommend slotting out these cards here and then potentially these cards as well. And if you have an even bigger card pool, like with more allies, you can potentially take out the first 8 as well, right? Because we do have a lot of allies, or 5, and the 3 make the calls kind of means we have more than just 5, right? Because we can recur them. But if we have even more allies, we can just guarantee that we always have a blocker. And we always want a blocker here against Ultron because, as you guys can see on Expert mode, he has a base attack of 4, so he's going to be hitting pretty hard. And flipping down could be difficult here. But Iron Man can easily recover if he's able to flip down. It's just that we don't have any confuses in his base kit. Yeah, so that's pretty much the deck here. It's a pretty simple deck, kind of just making do with whatever we got, and of course we want to max on the allies, like I said before. But yeah, I hope this was informative, and let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get Expert Ultron set up here. So the main scheme setup, it says you put the Ultron Jones environment in play, so we have that right here, and then we shuffle the encounter deck and then advance to stage 1B. So let's shuffle up here. Ultron Drones is an environment. It's permanent. It says each face down drone minion engaged with the player has a base scheme of 1, base attack of 1, and hit point of 1. And as a force response, after a face down drone minion is defeated, we place that card back into its owner's discard pile. So each one of our cards in our player deck here is going to be a drone minion. And whenever they do become a drone minion, they'll have 1 attack, 1 scheme, and 1 hit point. So we just gotta remember that. This is pretty rough for Iron Man because if we lose our like key upgrades and they become drone minions, that could be pretty bad for us. But that'd be kind of thematic because it's all like tech stuff. All right, let's advance the main scheme to stage 1B. And it says when reviewed, we put the top card of your deck into play, face down, engage with you as a drone minion. So we get a drone here with 1 attack, 1 scheme, 1 hit point. And that's it for Ultron setup. So let's go ahead and do our mulligans. We're gonna draw up to our hand size here of 6. I like the double. Ooh, the gauntlet there is really good against Ultron because if we play a gauntlet, we can ping off Jones. So I think we're going to mulligan. Well, I don't like the first 8 so early, but that's fine. We're going to mulligan discard 4 cards here and then draw 4 more back up to our hand size of 6. Looking for more tech stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use our Futurist. Actually, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 to your hand and discard the others. Okay, so we're going to add the Arc Reactor, of course, to our hand and discard these 2 cards here, losing the Strength. But I think that's okay. So we play this, play this. Ooh, we won't be able to play Mockingbird, which would be great. I could also play the Star Tower here. This could be a good start, but let's see. I think what I want to do here is definitely just stay down in Ultra Ego and just let Ultron pop the main scheme. That's probably gonna be the best play for us because, yeah, and then we can play Mockingbird the turn after. But the thing is, I want to use her as a resource right now. Maybe I hold on to the double and play this, and we just forgo the Stark Tower. It would be nice to play. We could. You know what? We have 2 more Make the Calls on the deck. We're playing leadership. Let's go ahead and just get everything down. I think that would be the best play. Okay, so we're going to use a double right here so we can play our first upgrade. It's a 2-cost upgrade. Our Power Gauntlets, we can exhaust it to do 1 damage to enemy, and 2 instead if we have the aerial trait. This would be a double here to play our Arc Reactor. We can exhaust this in hero form to ready up Iron Man. And this would be 2 resources here. So I can play our Stark Tower. And the Stark Tower says as our action, we can exhaust this card, choose a player. That player returns the topmost tech upgrade in your discard pile back to their hand. And we're just going to pass here. So we're going to ready everything back up. Everything's already ready. Draw back up to our hand sets here, 6. And hopefully we can get it and make the call. But we got Marijo anyway, so we're looking pretty good here. And we got Mark 5 armor and the rocket boots. So our hand size is going to be pretty nice here. Okay, it's Ultron's turn, but we got to give up on this. He's going to add 1 to the main scheme. Then he schemes with a base of 2. Face down boost card. It's going to be 0. Oh, we got rid of advance. So he does scheme for 2, which will pop the main scheme, unfortunately. So let's go into advance to stage 2A here. When review, you put the top card of your deck face down, engage with you as a drone minion, and advance to stage 2B. Alright. Then both these drones will scheme with their 1 scheme. So 2 threat gets added to the main. And then we're dealt a face down encounter card, which is repair sequence. He heals 2 damage for each drone minion. He's already at full life, so he won't be healing. So this card will actually surge instead. We've got another drone minion here. An advanced Ultron drone with guard. 1 scheme, 1 attack, 4 life. And if he's defeated, we get the top card of our deck, put it into play as a drone minion. Okay, let's back to our turn. So we could do some things here. Let's see, I like to get these 3 cards down. But I think the Mark 5 armor is too expensive, especially because we don't have a double. Let's go ahead and use our Futurist. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 to your hand, discard the others. Ooh, we got Hawkeye. Oh, man. But I think I grab the Power Leadership, and then we can make the call Hawkeye later. Because let's see, if I grab the Power Leadership here, I play Marijo, we draw a card, we play the Mark 5, and then we play, yeah, we need to get our hand size up. So we're going to get the Power Leadership, which would be a double resource for leadership cards, and discard these other 2. All right. Let's see. We're going to use a double resource here when paying for a leadership card, so I can play Maria Hill. Whenever she enters play, we can draw a card. Got the Triskelion. Okay. Then we're going to use 3 resources here. Ooh, actually, we're actually extra on resources right now. So do I go airborne? Yeah, I think we go airborne here. Does it do anything for us though? It doesn't really do anything. We just get +1 damage on this. Not the most useful thing, but I think that's fine. Okay, we're gonna use, could get ready for Maria Hill, but probably not. This would be 3 resources here, so I can play our Mark 5 armor. You get +6 hit points, so we go from 9 up to 15 now. Then we're gonna use our Stark Tower. We can exhaust this card and then return the topmost tech upgrade in your discard pile back to your hand. So let's get the rocket boots here back to our hand. Then, yeah, I don't need to get ready. We're gonna use this as a resource to play our rocket boots. You get +1 hit point, so we go from 15 up to 16. All right, then here's where we flip over to hero form here. All right, we can do quite a lot, I think. So let's go ahead and use our hero action here. We can exhaust this. Actually, to hold into dimension, no, we don't. I think we have like 3 copies of it, right? So let's exhaust this, spend a mental resource. So now we gain aerial until the end of the turn because it's a mental resource. And I don't think we actually even need it, but let's see here. So let's use the gauntlets. Wait. Let's swing for 1 with Iron Man. We're gonna knock out a drone minion. Ooh, the Mark 5 helmet is not what I want to see. Then we can exhaust the arc reactor to ready Iron Man back up. So now we're back and ready. We cannot knock this. We cannot take care of this guy. So let's go ahead and just swing for 1. Take out this drone minion. We lost the power leadership. And then we're gonna exhaust our power gauntlets. It's gonna do 2 damage because we have the arrow trait right here with the rocket boots. So 2 damage on this Ultron drone with guard. And then Maria will Thor for 2. Let's clear off the main. Should take a consequential damage. That's gonna end our turn. Let's right back up. All right, I think we actually are doing pretty good here. So Iron Man says you get +1 hand size for each tech upgrade you control. We have a hand size of 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 5 for our hand size here, which is really good to see. So we got Nick, who can draw us cards, or do we not even do that? I'm not sure. I really want to flip down so I can use the Stark Tower to get our Mark 5 helmet, which would be huge, but I think we're okay for now. Okay, Ocean's turn, he's going to add 1 to the main. Then after resolving or placing threat during step 1 of the building phase, we either have to choose to add 2 more threat or put the top card of your deck into play, engage with you as a drone minion. Let's just add the 2 threat, so this will go up to 3. All right, then he's going to attack us, Here's a force interrupt. Whenever Ultron attacks, you put the top card of your deck into play, face down, engage with you as a drone minion. Until the end of attack, he gets +1 attack for each drone minion engaged with you. We have 2 drone minions here, so he's hitting with a base of 4 boost card here. Let's have Maria Hill block this, and the boost is going to be 3, so a total of 7 damage. Knocks out Maria Hill. Then both the drones hit us for 1, so we take 2 damage, so we drop from 16 to 14. Then we could dealt a face down counter card, which is Swarm Attack. Each drone minion engaged with a hero attack, so we just take 2 more damage again. That'll bring us from 14 down to 12. Alright, and it's back to our turn. Alright, I think I do play Nick here, right? I don't see... I want to get and make the call to get Hawkeye down, but we won't be able to do that yet. Alright, let's go ahead and use 4 resources here so I can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose one, repeat the one, and draw 3. We have no more doubles, so it's a little bit unfortunate. So I couldn't make the call into a Maria Hill, which is pretty good. We still have one more make the call, right? Unless this is the make the call, but hopefully it's not. I could also flip down, get a resource with a Stark Tower, and then play Hawkeye with make the call. Is that a better play? Not when we have Nick to block, right? Yeah, we're not going to do that. So we're going to play make the call. Action, pay the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile. We're going to pay the cost here for Maria Hill. She's 2 costs, so we need 2 resources right here. And then we can play Maria Hill from our discard pile. So when Maria Hill enters play, we can draw a card. Looking for a mental. Ooh, we got the Repulsor Blast. I think that's fine. Okay, so we have Maria Hill now into play, and we drew a card with her effect. Then I could take out the drone, ping off. Yeah, Nick will swing for 2. We'll knock out this drone minion. Nick will take constant damage. This drone minion has a force interrupt. Whenever they're defeated, we get the top card of our deck and play engage as a drone minion. Then Iron Man's going to swing for 1. Let's knock out a drone. Ooh, with the rocket boots. Okay, let's power gauntlets, take out another drone, the helicarrier. And it will only do 1 damage, but that's enough to take out the drone. We're going to exhaust the arc reactor to ready up Tony. And then let's go ahead and thwart for 4 with Maria Hill and Iron Man. So I'll clear off the main scheme here. Maria Hill will take a consequence damage. All right, let's see. What's our deck size? So we're going to deck out here. We will be drawing to make the call. Yeah, I don't want to deck out here. I'd rather, if I flip, no, we have Nick to block. We have to take advantage of that block, right? Yeah, and then we won't get Nick back on our next cycle. That's fine. We can't do anything about it. Okay, that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. Yeah, Iron Man runs through his deck pretty fast. Let's get rid of the Repulsor Blast, I think. Yeah, we're going to discard this and draw back up to 5. Our hand size is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, plus this of 5. And then we deck out, drawing 4 cards. So we get dealt a face down counter card. And we shuffle our discard pile here back in the deck. Okay, we got the other power gauntlets. So that'll get our hand size up to 6 in hero form, which would be pretty good. So we also got Pepper Potts, though. So we'll see what we can do here. Yeah, and Ultron's going to get drone minions on us. If I can get Hawkeye out, that would be huge for us. Okay, so it is Ultron's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main. We're going to add another 2 instead of getting a drone minion, so he adds 3. He's going to attack us. He gets a drone minion with his force interrupt. Nick will block the attack. Here's a boost card. 1, 2, 3. Choose either, get the top card of your, choose either. Okay, wait, hold on. I messed that up. Sorry, guys. So it's a mandatory trigger, so I should have done this first. We actually draw this card back up to our hand size here of 5, because I only drew 4 cards. So we drew this, which I don't want. And then this would be the drone minion instead. And then with the boost effect here, we can either choose to spend a physical resource or put the top card of your deck into play face down engage with you as a drone minion. The physical would be Pepper Potts. I like Pepper Potts though. But I'm not even going to be able to play her this turn, right? So I could just spend her. Is there any way for us to get Pepper Potts back? There is not. Maria Hill was knocked out though. We couldn't make the call for Maria Hill. Let's take the drone minion here. I think it's okay because Nick's blocking. Yeah, so the boost effect, we get our drone minion. So Ultron's going to be hitting here with 4 because he gets +2 with the drone minions. That's enough to take out Nick Fury. Then both drones will hit us for 1 each, so we drop from 12 down to 10. Then we can deal a face down counter card for a total of 2. First one here is Program Transmitter attached to Ultron. After he schemes, place 1 threat on each side scheme. Exhaust here and spend 2 mentals to discard this card. Last encounter card, another attachment here. Concussive Blasters. He gets +1 attack. Now he ends to retaliate 1. Exhaust here and spend 2 energies to discard this. Okay, so it's back to our turn. That is a little bit rough here. So if do I recur Maria Hill here? If I make the call for Maria Hill, we can get down to gauntlets. Let's go ahead and just use a gauntlet here. So it's going to do 1 damage, knock out a drone minion. I don't need to recur. Actually, what we could actually do is play Pepper Potts and just be super duper greedy right now. Um, hmm. We go airborne. It doesn't do anything else. It doesn't do anything for us to go airborne. I mean, recurring Maria Hill, but we have enough right now to deal with what he's got. If he schemes, yeah, I would really prefer to get rid of this before I flip down. So I feel okay right now. Okay, let's just go ahead and swing for one. Let's take out this drone main. Ooh, the double there. We're gonna exhaust the arc reactor, which can ready up Iron Man. Then we're gonna let's store for two here. Drop the main back down to one. All right, question here is, I think I play Pepper Potts. We gotta get some resource management, but I lose two, make the calls. I think that's fine. I'd rather keep the gauntlets, right? Actually, we could get the gauntlets back with our star tower. So maybe I don't need two gauntlets right now, right? I really want to hold on to the make the call here because I have Nick in the discard as well. Yeah, we're actually gonna do three, and we'll play Pepper Potts and hold on to this make the call. We can exalt Pepper Potts to generate the resource of the top card in your discard pile, so it's gonna be one mental resource currently, which we could get aerial, but it doesn't do anything for us anymore. So we're just gonna pass here. Let's end our turn. Ready, back up. We can draw back up to hands that's here of still five because we have four tech upgrades plus our one, holding on to make the call. Okay, we got a another rocket boot here, which is great. Um, yeah, this is a pretty good hand because of the make the call, basically. All right, so it's Ultron is gonna add one to the main. We're going to add another two, so this will go up three. It goes up to four. He's gonna attack us here. He pulls a drone minion, gets a boost card. We have Maria Hill block. The boost here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes out Maria Hill. The drone will hit us for one. We drop from 10 down. Now we are taking a lot of damage from these drones. Face down counter card. Gank up. The villain each drone minion engage with you attacks. So Ultron's gonna hit us here. We have 9 life. Yeah, we'll take it. So get another drone. He's hitting with a base of 2, 3, 4, 5. Boost card. Oh man, spend a physical or get another drone. I think we're gonna spend a physical here because we're gonna take way more damage. So let's discard. Do I have? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna spend a physical resource right here so we don't get an drone minion. So we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. That'll bring us from 9 down to 4. Both drones will hit us, so we drop from 4 down to 2. All right, that was a little bit rough of a turn. Okay, it's back to our turn here. Let's see. Do I want to? Let's knock out these drones first. So we're gonna swing for one, take out our drone minion, looking for a double. Ooh, wait. Generate the resource of the top card in discard pile. So it's just gonna be one wild, so it's not useful. Let's use our power gauntlets. We're gonna take out this other drone. Ah, okay, no double there. So I'm not gonna be able to grab Nick. I think we just grab Maria Hill and then play the other rocket boost to give us one life. Yeah, so we're gonna play Make the Call. Pay the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile. Let's get Maria Hill here. So she's 2 costs. We got to pay 2 resources. Let's use Pepper Potts and Repulsor Blast as the 2 resources. Pepper Potts will generate the physical here on the helicarrier. So that will get Maria Hill into play. When she enters play, we can draw a card. We got an Inspired. Let's exhaust our arc reactor so we can ready up Iron Man. And then I think what we do here is actually, I kind of want to first aid. We got to spend 2 Mentos and exhaust for that. We could thwart 4. And then I really want to flip down, actually. So I just got to hope that he doesn't get an activation. Even if he does, he has to scheme for pretty high boost cards to get what he needs, right? Oh, we have the Star Tower we flip down, so I could do another thing. So if I get the Star Tower, I could play First Aid and then Star Tower to get down the Rocket Boots. We also Futurist, which I probably won't do, I think. I could also play Inspire on Maria Hill. No, I think we just double thwart here cleanly and then get a first aid. Yeah. So we'll thwart here for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear off the main scheme. Maria Hill takes a consequence damage. We use the resource here to play first aid. Heal 2 damage from any character. We can heal 2 from Iron Man. We go from 2 up to 4. And then we're going to flip down to Alter Ego. And then use Star Tower. Exhaust this card to get the topmost tech upgrade from your discard pile. Our gauntlets and add to your hand. And then we're going to use our gauntlets here as a resource to play a second Rocket Boots, which gives us another +1 hit point. All right, and now we got most of our tech upgrades out. All right, that's gonna end our turn. Let's right back up. If we can survive this turn here, I think we win, but it would just depend if we can. We're gonna drop back up to our hands. Let's here, 6 in our Ultra Eagle. Ooh, we got a double here, which is huge with Pepper Pots. So if we can just not let this main scheme pop, I think we're solid. Okay, Ultron's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main. Then we're gonna take a drone minion instead of adding 2 more threats. So let's get a drone minion here. He's gonna scheme with a base of 3. Boost card here of 0. Okay, so that's really good. So even if it gets an advance now, we're actually, I think we're fine. No, wait, no, it's not necessarily. Okay, this drone will scheme for 1. This goes up to 5, and then we get an encounter card. We just shout the pass. Okay, that's actually fine. And let me read this first. After Ultron schemes, place 1 threat on each side scheme, but there are no side schemes, so we don't add any threat to that. Okay, Shadow Pass is our saving grace here. So we get Whiplash. Is retaliate 1, 2 scheme, 3 attack, and 4 life. We have Imminent Overload, and we shuffle these 3 Nemesis cards into the encounter deck. What do? Choose either deal damage for each upgrade control. Oh my goodness, or this card upgrade. Discard top 5 cards of your deck for each energy. Okay, we don't have that many energies. Okay, so we can discard the Rocket Boots if we get these Nemesis cards. So this one says, when review, place an additional 1 times player threat on here, so it's going to have 4 threat and acceleration. Okay, that's not the worst Nemesis set in the game. So that's going to resolve the Shadow of the Past, and then it's going to be back to our turn. And we still have Hawkeye in our deck, so we really want to get Hawkeye out as soon as we can. So 4 threat on here, and I also want to get out our Mark 5 helmet. Okay, well, we have some pretty good stuff here. Let's first, I think I want to recover because I don't know how often I'll be able to flip down. So let's exhaust recover by 3. That'll bring us from 5 back up to 8. We're going to use Futurist, I think. Yeah, let's look at, or do I, let's pull with the Stark Reactor, Stark Tower first. So we can exhaust this card, get the topmost tech upgrade from discard power to your hand. Let's get the Power Gauntlets added to your hand. Then we're going to use our Futurist. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 to your hand, discard the other 2. Let's get the double here for sure. Yeah, we don't need this stuff. All right, so now I'm looking really good. We have a crazy hand here because we had 6 cards and we got 2 really good cards as well. I could also pull Nick Fury here with the make the call. All right, let's think what we do. Do I say down Ultra Eagle for any reason? We also Pepper Pots to generate another double. So I gotta make sure that I use Pepper correctly. So let's first flip over here. Nothing else to do in Ultra, right? Yeah, the hero form. What does War Machine do? Do 1 damage to each enemy. I don't think we need that. Let's go ahead and exhaust the Arc Reactor so we can ready back up Iron Man. And then we're going to, I think I use a double here. Play the Gauntlets. You know what? Before we do anything, we're going to use the Power Gauntlets to do 1 damage. And then we knock out this drone. In case it's Hawkeye, right? That's the main reason why I want to do that. But do we do that with the Gauntlets, or do I play an ally? Because Gauntlets could do 2. That's fine. We're going to do 1 damage to its drone. Hit it. Okay, it's not Hawkeye. All right, I was hoping it was Hawkeye so I could make the call Hawkeye. All right, then we're going to use a double resource here so I can play a second Power Gauntlet. So now we have them both online. Then we're going to play a make the call. Pay the printed cost of any ally in any player's discard pile. Let's check our deck size though. We're going to deck out if we draw 3. We're going to deck out again with Nick in the discard. But the thing is, we have make the calls here playing leadership, so it's fine. I think I'd rather do that. Where's Hawkeye, man? Yeah, I want to draw into Hawkeye. We can get him out. That would be huge. Yeah, okay, so we're going to pay the cost for Nick Fury. Pepper Potts will generate the resource of the top card in your discard pile, which is a double here. So Pepper Potts will generate, if we exhaust her, 2 mental resources. This would be 2 more for a total of 4 resources. So we can play Nick Fury with the make the call. When Nick Fury enters play, we can choose one. Let's pick the one to draw 3 cards here. So looking for Hawkeye. But I will gladly take Mockingbird. I think Mockingbird is great here as well. We don't get the Triskelion though, which could be really good. Let's see. So if I play Mockingbird, I can also do a first aid and then go airborne. And we need to clear off all the threat. Actually, Marijo could activate, in which case I can get 2 allies out. That's probably what we do. Okay. Marijo is going to thwart 2 from here. Let's clear out the side scheme a little bit. She'll take consequent damage, get knocked out. And then actually, do I clear the side scheme? Because if we get a master plan, this is a good side scheme to have out. Okay, let's just plan what else we want to do. So Iron Man for sure is gonna, let's thwart 2. Take it off from here. Drop the main back down to 3. And then let's see here. So I want to play 2 allies, right? Probably Vision, because we have a double for him. And a Mockingbird, right? But we're actually short on resources if we do that. Because Vision is a little bit too expensive. Yeah, I wish we had Hawkeye. So instead, we can play Mockingbird here. We can give her the Inspired. No, we probably don't do that. Then we go Airborne, and then we first aid ourselves. Yeah, so we're going to do a resource here to play first aid, heal 2 damage from Iron Man. Let's go from 8 up to 10, just in case we don't have allies to block for us. We want to be able to live. We're going to exhaust the rocket boots and spend a mental resource to clear right here this wall to be a mental. So we're now airborne. When we're airborne, the gauntlets would do 2 damage. So we're going to exhaust it to ping 2 on Whiplash. He has retaliate 1, so he's going to... Ooh, wait, actually, before we do that, that's fine. Okay, so he's going to retaliate his back for 1. We drop from 10 down to 9. I should have just had Nick attack it first. That's okay. Nick will swing for 2, take out Whiplash. Nick takes the consequential damage. Whiplash is now defeated. And then we're going to use 3 resources here, so I can play Mockingbird. With Mockingbird, I just play stun enemy. We're going to stun Ultron here, so now he won't attack. All right, and then Mockingbird will thwart 1 from the main, and then she'll take consequential damage. All right, we're looking good. That's going to end our turn. Let's right back up. Yeah, I think we actually have this in a bag here. Hopefully I can draw. Yeah, I'm going to definitely draw into Hawkeye because we deck out. Yeah, so we're drawing everything left, which would be Hawkeye. And then we play him, and he will just carry the rest of the game for us. And I want to get the Triska out in our next deck pass. So our hands as of now is +1 for each tech upgrade, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus the 1 is 7, and the max is 7. So we're going to draw all the way up to 7 cards here. We deck out with Hawkeye and the Mark V helmet. We get a dealt face on counter card for decking out. We shuffle the discard pile here. And then we draw 1 more card, back up to 7. It's going to be a first aid. Okay, so Ultron's turn, he's going to add 2 to the main because of the acceleration. So it goes up to 4. Then we have to either take a drone minion or choose to add more threat. We're going to take a drone minion because if he gets an advance, he can still pop that if we add threat. So, okay, so this stays at 4. We get a drone minion with the main skill's effect. He's going to attack us. He's stunned, so the attack won't go through. He also won't get another drone minion because he never attacked. This drone minion is going to hit us for 1. Do I block with Nick or to just take it? I think we can just take it because I have the first aid. Yeah, we're just going to take it. So we draw from 9 down to 8. And hopefully he gets another attack activation so we can block with Nick. We could dealt a face on counter card for a total of 2. First one is going to be Electromagnetic Backlash. Discard top 5 cards of your deck. For each printed energy resource, there's only 1. We take a damage. So we're going to take 1 damage, fortunately. So we drop from 8 down to 7. And then we have 1 more encounter card here. Android Efficiency. Put the top card of your deck into play, engage with you as a drone minion. Okay, so we're getting a drone. I should have had Nick block. So Nick is in play at the end of the round. He'll get discarded, which is why blocking would have been a little bit better. Okay, against the drones, I mean. All right, well, we got our Mark V helmet. And then we for sure have to play Hawkeye here, right? Pepper will generate just a single resource. There's no way for us to gather a double. Actually, unless we ping out these drones and they're doubles. So let's go ahead and just use both gauntlets to ping off 1 damage for each one. That will knock out both the drones here. Or let's do this drone. We're going to do 1 at a time in case we have a double. So this gauntlet here is going to do this drone first. Okay. And this gauntlet here will do the other drone. Give me a double. First aid. Okay, that's okay. All right, so we got that. And then I could also... So Iron Man's really good against Ultron because we can exhaust to deal with these things. Do we have 2 energies? We do. Ooh, Hawkeye's our energy, so I probably want to do the mental one right now. So we could do Pepper and Mansion for that. Play Hawkeye. Play the Mark V helmet, but then no first aid. And then that's fine. Let's get rid of his stuff. So we're going to trigger the hero action here. Exhaust your hero. Spend 2 mental resources. So Pepper Potts will generate a mental here on the first aid. This will be a second mental resource. So we can discard this card. So he won't have that +1 scheme anymore. Then we're going to use a resource here, so I can play our Mark 5 helmet. We can exhaust the helmet and remove one threat from the scheme. And then from each scheme instead we have the air trade, but we don't have the air trade this turn because we never use our rocket boots. Let's just ping off a threat here from the main. And then we're going to do 3 resources here. So we can play trusty Hawkeye here, the Ultron killer. He comes in with 4 arrow counters. Well, I don't even remember it being 4, I thought it was 3. So there's 4 arrow counters. After the minion enters play, we can remove an arrow counter from Hawkeye and do 2 damage to that minion. So he's going to snipe all these drones here for us. Okay, and then let's exhaust our arc reactor so we can ready up Iron Man. Ultron has to retaliate 1, so we're not going to mess with that right now. Mockingbird and Iron Man with both thwart for a total of 3. Clear off the main scheme. Mockingbird takes a consequence damage, and we're going to end our turn. We're just going to keep Hawkeye up here. Let's ready everything back up, and then draw back up to our hand size here of 7. Okay, we got the Triskelion as well, which is really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what do we have here in our discard pile? Do we have any more first aids? Yeah, we still have 1 more first aid. I do want to get some healing on in case he gets a concussive blast as a boost, which will make us take the front of the attack. Our Ultron's turn, he's going to add 2 to the main with the acceleration here. Then we're going to choose to get a drone minion. And then Hawkeye's going to remove a counter, snipe it, do 2 damage to it. That will take it out. Then Ultron's going to attack us. His interrupt will get us another drone minion. Hawkeye's going to snipe this one as well. Take it out. Then he gets a face down boost card here. And we're going to have Mockingbird block the tap. With a base of 3 plus 2, so 5 damage, takes out Mockingbird. Then we could dealt a face down encounter card, right? Yeah, which is going to be an assault. The villain attacks you, so it's hitting with a base of 3 with 7 life. Okay, so whenever he attacks, this intro will happen first. Hawkeye is going to snipe it out, so take out another drone, and then he gets a face down boost card here for the activation. He's hitting with a base of only 3 plus a boost here. So he's not going to be able to do 7 damage. We could definitely fully block it, but I think Hawkeye only has 1 counter left, so we might as well just have him block. I should just have him activate, but that's fine. I think that's safer. So Hawkeye will block for us. Here's a boost, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, knocks out Hawkeye, and then his drone counter goes away. I think he did a really good job there, and we still can't recur him when we make the call. Okay, so it's back to our turn here. All right, here's where we kind of try to do things, right? Let's see. So I for sure play Maria Hill. And then we just do that first. So double here, so we can play Maria Hill. When she enters play, we can draw a card. Gotta make the call. I could like nick into Hawkeye, but I think the play here is just to make sure we get Hawkeye first because he's way more important. So if I get Hawkeye out, I think I get Triskelion out and then go Airborne here. Oh, wait a minute. No, I want to clear this. Is there any way for us to clear it? We need another. Oh, these 2 are the energy. Oh man, but the Triskelion. So what I could do is make Pepper Potts generate War Machine then. So then if I make the call Hawkeye for. No, I can't because I need to spend Triskelion. All right, we just spent Triskelion. Then I really wanted to keep it so we can have our ally limit increase to 4. But I think that we need to this turn like push up the tempo. So let's use the hero action here. Exhaust your hero. Spend 2 energies. Oh wait, just kidding. We're not gonna do that. We want to Pepper Potts this then. So we're gonna exhaust Pepper Potts, generate the top card of the discard pile, which is gonna be a double here, and then we're gonna play make the call. So we pay the printed cost of Hawkeye, right? Yeah. So we're gonna use resource here in the double from Pepper Potts to pay 3 to get Hawkeye back out. He'll come with a refreshed 4 arrow counters right now. All right, so that's huge. And then what are we going to do? Oh, yeah, we're going to do this hero action here. Exhaust your hero. Spend 2 energy resources. So the wild here we're going to declare to be energy. This will be another energy for a total of 2 to discard the concussive blasters. Then, because we're freaking Iron Man, we can just exhaust the arc reactor and ready back up, which is huge. We're going to use our rocket boots, exhaust this card, spend a mental resource. The Avengers Mansion is a mental. So now we're airborne. And Ultron no longer has the retaliate. So both gaunts here will do 2 damage each for a total of 4. That'll bring him from 22 down to 18. Our first damage to Ultron this game. Let's do I throw out that thing? I for sure keep make the call in my hand. even though I'm going to deck out because I can recur Hawkeye or Maria Hill. Let's go ahead and use our helmet. It will remove 1/3 from every single scheme if we have the arrow chair, which you do have, so 1/3 off of both schemes here. And then, let's see, I think it just pinged on some damage, right? The threat's at 1. There's no real point for us to not do that. I kind of want to keep Maria Hill at full life in case we get that Concussive Blast as our boost card. So I think we won't activate with her. And then, I mean, Hawkeye can activate. Yeah, we'll do 1 Thwart with Hawkeye, clear off the main, we take consequential damage. And then Iron Man will just swing for 1 on Ultron. That'll bring it from 18 down to 17. And then we're going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. Yeah, the reason why I don't want to clear this off is in case we get a master plan, because we don't want Ultron's nasty side schemes, and this side scheme has no effect other than that acceleration. When you drop back up to your hands of 7, hold on to make the call. I think we deck out. Yeah, we deck out here. Got the other first aid. Face down and counter card for decking out. Shuffle this card here, and we have 6 cards in our hand, so we draw 1 more. Okay, yeah, that's the thing with Iron Man. After you get fully built out, he decks out super duper quickly, so we gotta be careful about that. But we have some really good resource in our hand, so we can do a lot here. Let's shuffle up and draw 1 more, right? 6 cards, yeah. So we have 7. Ooh, and I make the call. All right, so it is Ultron's turn. Is gonna add 2 to the main because of the acceleration. Then we're gonna choose to get a drone minion. Hawkeye will snipe out the drone here. Take it out. Ooh, that was supersonic punch. I don't want to lose that. All right, Ultron's gonna attack us here. We get another drone minion with this force interrupt. Hawkeye's gonna snipe this drone out as well. So this drone is now gone. Ooh, the double. Okay. Okay, then he gets a boost card here. We're gonna have Maria Hill block it. The boost here is just 2 plus 2, so 4 total damage. Takes out Maria Hill. Then we could dealt a face on counter card. First one here is going to be Repair Sequence. He heals 2 damage for each drone man. If no damage was healed, he gains Surge. I should have kept 1 drone at least. So that card will Surge because no drone mans. Concussive Blast. Do 1 damage to each friendly character. Hawkeye will take a damage. Iron Man takes a damage, so we drop from 7 down to 6. Last encounter card is Vibranium Armor. Attached to villain. He has, after he takes damage, give him a tough stats card. We exhaust your hero, spend 2 physicals to discard his card. Alright, I think that's fine. So, where's the energy here? Do we have the physicals? Oh, we have the physicals here. Okay, so we could do that with Pepper. Let's first play a make the call. Yeah, I think. Oh man, I want a power leadership with that. Actually, it doesn't matter, right? Because we could just make the call, Maria Hill with the power leadership. We have no more blue cards, yeah. And then we could just spend this straight up for the Vibranium Armor. Then we could spend again for a Haymaker. Actually, I think I get rid of Hawkeye here. We just get him refreshed with his counters. I think it's a better play. Okay, so I want to get as much value as I can. So let's use a double resource here. And it's going to be 2 physicals and exhaust hero. So exhaust hero and spend 2 physicals to discard this card. So that card's now gone. And this is now the top card of our thing. So we're going to play and make the call here. Pay the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile. We're going to do Maria Hill. Pepper Potts will generate 2 physicals because it's a top card here. So we get Maria Hill into play. Whenever Maria Hill enters play, we can draw a card. Drew into an Avengers Mansion. I don't think we play it though. We have way too much card draw anyways. So now I think I want to refresh Hawkeye, get him back to full life. That will make the call for him. And then we can... I would love to play an Inspired on him, but I think I'd rather get out of the first aid, just heal Iron Man a little bit more. It's a little bit of waste to refresh Hawkeye now. We could just actually... Yeah, actually we're not going to refresh him. There's still 1 more Concussive Blast in there, but we can always make the call next turn. So I think I actually want to hold here because I don't want to deck out so early because it's we're just decking out a lot right now, getting a lot of encounter cards. And I like what we've gotten rid of already, right, with like 1 advance and all that stuff. So we don't want to recur the encounter deck. So what we're going to do here, I for sure want to first aid, and then I go airborne. So this would be a resource here to play first aid. Heal 2 damage from any character. Let's heal 2 from Iron Man. We go from 6 up to 8. And we want to keep our health high because of the Concussive Blast here. As a boost effect, it says do 1 damage to each character you control. So if we have an ally with one hit point left, if they defend and we get that boost card, it will take out the ally and the attack will go straight on Iron Man. So that could do a lot of damage to us, which is why I'm worried about our health. Let's exhaust the rocket boots. Actually, wait, we're not going to do that yet. Let's use our Mark 5 helmet. take a threat off of a scheme. We're only going to do the man. I want to keep this here at 1 in case we get that master plan. Exhaust the rocket boots, spend a mental resource. So now we are now airborne for this turn. Since we're airborne, both gauntlets will do 2 damage each. It's going to be 4 on Ultron. That'll bring it from 17 down to 13. We can exhaust our arc reactor to ready back up Iron Man. And then, yeah, hold this stuff here. I don't want to deck out. So we'll do Iron Man will swing for 1 on Ultron. That'll bring it from 13 down to 12. And then we'll do Maria Hill. Let's swing for 1. That'll bring from 12 down to 11. Maria Hill takes the damage. Ends our turn. Let's ready back up. And I think we pretty much have it under control now. We're going to draw back up to our hand size of 7. Keeping all of these cards in our hand here. So just 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So hopefully Ultron will mill some allies for us with his drone minions. Alright, he's going to add 2 to the main because of the acceleration. This goes up to 3. Then we're going to choose the one to get a drone minion because we have Hawkeye to snipe it out. So gets us carded. Ooh, we got vision, which is good. Then he's going to attack us. His force interrupt will give him our drone minion. Hawkeye's going to snipe this one as well, so it's gone as well. Then Hawkeye's going to defend the attack. He's hitting with a base of 2. Boost card here is going to be 0, so just 2 damage takes out Hawkeye. Then we could dealt a face down counter card, which is going to be Master Plan. Okay, place 4 threat on each side scheme, so this side scheme goes from 1 up to 5. And now we can finally clear it. Alright, it's back to our turn. Alright, I want to make the call Hawkeye, not Vision, yeah. So let's see, we have no double access, right? No way to access doubles for Pepper Potts. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and, I don't want to play Repulsor Blast because I don't want to lose resources right now. If I Helicarrier, I think we get down to Helicarrier here, which is not that needed. And a little bit of a waste, but I think that'd still be decent. So let's see if I play this. And then I can play this and I'll go airborne. Yeah, we'll do, we're gonna play, okay, let's do this in this order. We're gonna spend, what am I doing here, guys? We're gonna play Make the Call. So we pay the printed cost for Hawkeye, which is 3 costs in our discard pile. And this will still generate a double here for leadership cards, even through Make the Call. So this would be 2 resources, and then this would be a 3rd. So we can get Hawkeye back into play with the Make the Call. He comes in with his 4 arrow counters. All right, he can take out the drone minions for us. And then I want to play, we're going to use our Pepper Pots to generate the mental here for our rocket boots. So now we gain aerial. We're going to exhaust the Mark 5 helmet, takes 1 threat off each scheme. So this drops down to 2, and the side scheme will drop down to 4. Then we're going to use 3 resources here. And let's get down our Helicarrier. We can exhaust Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. We don't have any cards to play, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and I want to keep the scheme low. So let's store for 2 from the main. We're going to Arc Reactor, ready back up. Store for 2 from the side scheme. And then we're going to exhaust both gauntlets, which will do 2 damage each because we're airborne with the rocket boots. So 4 on Ultron. Brings from 11 down to 7. We're just doing consistent damage with our gauntlets. Keep the allies up here. And then we're going to end our turn ready back up. Yeah, we want to keep Hawkeye up in case we get another concussive blast here. I think it's the better play. So we can ready everything back up. Draw back up to our hand size here of 7. Alright, ooh, we got Triskelion. We got Mockingbird, which I like to see a lot here against Ultron, because he won't get a drone minion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And another Make the Call. Do we have Nick in here? No, we don't have Nick in here. We could get Vision though. Alright, it is Ultron's turn. He's gonna add 2 to main because of the acceleration from the imminent overload, which we finally clear next turn. Then we have to choose again, we get a drone minion or add more threat. Let's get a drone minion, because Hawkeye can snipe it out. Ooh, not a first aid. Ultron's gonna attack us here. His force interrupt gets another drone minion. Hawkeye's gonna snipe this drone out as well. And then he gets a boost card. Maria Hill blocks. The boost here is gonna be 3 plus 2, so 5 damage, takes out Maria Hill. Then we get dealt a face down counter card, which is gonna be Rage of Ultron. In hero form, Ultron attacks you. Discard top card of your deck for each damage dealt by this attack. Is that gonna deck us out? We have 4 cards. That will deck us out though, because we're gonna have Hawkeye block. So Hawkeye, first his force interrupt will trigger. We get a drone minion. Hawkeye's gonna snipe out the drone minion. And then we're going to have declare Hawkeye as a defender with 3 defense. Ultron's hitting with a base of 2. The Droneman's already gone with Sports Interrupt. He gets a boost card here, which is going to be 1. So he's going to do 3 damage to Hawkeye. And it says discard the top card of your deck for each damage dealt by attack, which will be 3. So Hawkeye is gone here. And we lose the top 3 cards of our deck, which decks us out. So we get dealt a face down encounter card. And we got to shuffle our discard pile back into deck. And whenever we deck out there, and we get this encounter card, we have to immediately reveal it because we're still in the stage of revealing encounter cards, unfortunately. So yeah, he is milling us quick. Hopefully he won't get an activation here, or it could get kind of dangerous for us. All right, and we got Concussive Blast. Okay, that's okay. Do 1 damage to each character. That will hit Tony for 1, bringing us from 8 down to 7. And that's a second Concussive Blast. So we're doing pretty good. We still have 1 advance left in the counter deck, but that's okay, because we do have Mockingbird here. No mate to call, though. So I think a Repulsor Blast here to mill, and hopefully we can mill out an ally. All right, let's see. Let's do Resource here, so I can play a Repulsor Blast. Here, action attack, do 1 damage to enemy. We're going to hit Ultron for 1. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. For each printed energy, we can do 2 additional damage. So top 5 cards here are no allies and no printed energy. So it's going to do 1 damage. That'll bring Ultron from 7 down to 6. So that was a little bit unfortunate here. Yeah, because I can't make the colony body. So I think I play Mockingbird and I hold here. I don't want to pop him yet. Yeah, if I play, yeah, let's use, can I hold the double? I play Mockingbird here. And then Pepper Potts for Triskelion. Yeah, and then we hold. We don't need to go aerial. Okay, so we're going to exhaust Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card we play by 1. So Mockingbird's only 2 resources would be 2, so we can play her. When she enters play, stun an enemy. So we're going to stun Ultron here. Then we exhaust Pepper Potts to generate the top resource here of our discard pile, which is going to be 1 mental. So we can play the Triskelion. This will increase our ally limit by 1, so we can now have 4 allies. Then Iron Man's going to Thor from 2. Take it off of here. Finally defeat the side scheme. We're going to Arc Reactor. Ready back up. Let's go ahead. We don't need to Thor. Let's just mark 5 helmet. Take a threat off the main. And we're going to exhaust both gauntlets, which will do 1 damage each because we are not airborne because we didn't go air this turn. So 2 to Ultron. We'll bring it from 6 down to 4. And then we'll swing for 1. That'll bring it from 4 down to 3. And then let's have Mockingbird just Thor 1 from the main. I really want to just make sure that we got everything safe. All right, it's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. And we have him stunned here, so we're good for blocks. And we're just looking for some allies now to give us that safety net. First aids would be good too. So we're drawing back up to 7. Okay, we got Nick here and some doubles for Pepper Potts. So we're looking really good. We got Hawkeye back as well, which will take out the drones. So yeah, we're going to flip him here this next stage and hopefully clear out the side scheme that comes right away. Ultron's going to add 1 to the main. We're going to pick the 1 to add 2 more threat because Hawkeye's not here. So this goes up to 3 now. Ultron attacks us. He's stunned. Activation won't go through. He will not trigger the Force Interrupt. Then we're dealt a face down encounter card, which is Rage of Ultron. Ultron attacks you. So now he will trigger the Force Interrupt. We get a drone minion. He's hitting us with a base of 3 plus a face down boost card here. And we're going to have Mockingbird defend the attack. It's going to do 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. He's going to do 2 for each damage dealt. Yeah, so he deals 2 damage to Mockingbird. Mockingbird's knocked out. We take with it discard 2 cards here because of the effect of Rage of Ultron. All right, and then that is fine. So it's back to our turn. Okay. All right, let's see here. So for sure, Nick and Hawkeye. Do I even want to... How much threat is on that next side scheme that comes out, though? I don't even know. Hawkeye and Iron Man should be authored out. Or not Hawkeye, Nick Fury and Iron Man. So I don't think I need to check it. I think we do 3 for Hawkeye. We get Nick. And then draw 3 and see what happens with that. Yeah, and then we end with the doubles on top. So we'll do... Actually, let's exhaust the Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card we play by 1. So Hawkeye's only 2 costs. This would be a double and paying for leadership card, so we can play Hawkeye. Hawkeye MVP against Ultron, coming in with the 4 counters here again. Then we're going to do 4 resources here, so I can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose one, pick the one, and draw 3. So 1, 2, 3. All right, and then I could Pepper Potts. Actually, I have made the call. So do I want to bring Mockingbird? We have Nick to block though, so I don't necessarily need Mockingbird. But War Machine is just not useful for us right now, right? War Machine is just not that good. If I make the call Mockingbird, I can still use, yeah, I think I do that because she's just cheaper. So Pepper Potts, or we're gonna play Make the Call. So we're gonna pay the printed cost of Mockingbird. Or is that the only one we don't have Marie Hill? Yeah, so Mockingbird's 3 cost. Pepper Potts can exhaust to generate 2 energies, the top card here. And then this would be we need one more resource. Let's use this as a resource, War Machine, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we got Mockingbird back into play. She's gonna stun Ultron again. Then we're gonna use ooh, I want to go airborne, right? Not, yeah, we're gonna go airborne. So we're gonna save the first aid here in a supersonic punch. We're gonna exhaust the rocket boots, spend a mental resource right here. So now we're airborne for the rest of this turn. Okay, so we have to gun down Ultron here, and Hawkeye will take out all the drones for us. So let's first have Mockingbird swing for 1, take out the drone minion. Ooh, we lost supersonic punch. Should take a consequent damage. Then we're gonna do 2 gauntlets for a total of 4 damage, right? Because we're airborne with the rocket boots. That will take Ultron out, bring him from 3 down to 0. That will flip and advance him to his 3rd and final stage, where the stun will stay on him. Okay, right here on stage 3, his effect is going to be a little bit different. Whenever he attacks now, he does not have a force interrupt where he gets a drone minion anymore. But each drone minion in play now forever gets +1 attack and +1 hit point. And Ultron cannot take damage while a drone minion is in play. Whenever he's reviewed, let's do his hit points first. He has 27. Whenever he is reviewed, we search the encounter and discard file for the Ultron's Imperative side scheme. I think we saw that already, right? Or is that a different Ultron side scheme? No, that was Drone Factory. We haven't actually seen it yet, actually. Oh man, maybe I should have waited for it to come out as an encounter card, because if it's like the top card, oh, it was a top card. So we had him stun. This would have came out as an encounter card. Okay, so that comes out. We shuffle up here. That would have saved us an extra encounter card. We shuffle up his deck here. He has 6 cards left, so he's decking out soon. Hopefully I can defeat him before he decks out here. So Ocean's Imperative only has 2 threat, so 2 times player threat. And then whenever it's reviewed, the first player puts the top 2 cards of their deck face down and engage with them as drone minions, so we get 2 more drones here. But Hawkeye can snipe out both the drones. Even though they have +1 hit point with Ocean's effect, Hawkeye does 2 damage to each minion, right? So it takes out both drones here. All right, so we did that. Then we're going to have Iron Man. Let's store for 2. Let's clear this off. Yeah, we minus. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to throw for 2 from the main. Drop this down to 1. And then we are airborne, so we can use our Mark 5 helmet. It takes 1 threat off each scheme. So there and there. Hawkeye will thwart 1. Clear off the Ultron's Imperative. It's defeated. Hawkeye takes a consequential damage. And then now Ultron will take damage because there's no more drone minions. So let's exhaust the arc reactor. Ready up Iron Man. And Nick and Iron Man will both just swing here for 1, 2, 3 damage on Ultron. That'll bring him from 27 down to 24. And then that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. Actually, oh, and Nick will take consequent damage. Actually, I'm kind of thinking about flipping here, because if he pops this, we can defeat him in 5 turns. Nah, there's no reason to. Okay, let's ready back up. It'll give us a big boost to get the Futurist, but we already have a hand size of 7 in hero form, and our hand size in Alter Ego is only 6, so there's no point really in doing that. Okay, we're going to draw back up here. So holding on to Supersonic Punch and a First Aid. Drawing back up to 7. And will we deck out? Oh man, we decked out again here. We're decking out really quick. So we get the face on a counter card, and we're going to shuffle up here. So we have to end them really quick here, because we are just decking out like crazy right now. And we have like almost no more cards left in our deck, because we thinned down, and Ultron keeps getting drone minions as well. So there's a lot going on. Okay, so it is Ultron's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main. Then we're going to choose to, let's get a drone minion, because we have Hawkeye. So Hawkeye's going to snipe out the drone instead of adding more threat to the main. We lost a double. Then Ultron attacks us, but he's stunned, so activation won't go through. Then we're dealt a face on counter card for a total of 2. First one is Electro Whip attack. Choose either D1 damage to your hero for each upgrade you control, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 damage, so that will kill us. Or choose and discard an upgrade you control. Yeah, let's discard 1. We'll do the Mark 5 helmet. We don't need that anymore. I'd rather keep the hit points from the rocket boots, so we're fine. So we discarded the Mark 5 helmet. Okay, that resolves that. Then we also got Ultron Jones environment, or upgrade Jones, attached to Ultron Jones here. each face-down drone gets +1 attack and +1 hit point. We can spend one of each resource type to discard this card. So now each drone has 3 attack, 3 hit points with Ultron's effect as well, but it only has 1 scheme. But there are no drones in play. That's going to end Ultron's turn, so if Nick Fury is in play at the end of the round, he gets discarded. I don't think we have to kill, guys, because if we do 8 plus 3, that's 11, plus 4, that's 15. If I don't have to kill, I want to get rid of this, because those drones, because then Hawkeye doesn't snipe drones out anymore, right? Yeah, we for sure get rid of that. So let's see, we need a physical. So we need Vision, Mansion, and Haymaker as 3. We play Maria Hill. Okay, we're going to exhaust Helicarrier to reduce the cost of Maria Hill by 1, so she's 1 cost. However, possible generate a mental here, so we can play Maria Hill. When she enters play, we can draw a card. Okay, we drew into first aid. Darn, I really want to hold on to this first aids here, but I don't think we can. Let's use the hero action here. I think we just spend one of each resource type, so energy, mental, and physical. And I think that's correct, right? Yeah, and then we can discard this card. So now all drones will just have 2 attack and 2 hit points now, with just Ultron's boost for that. If I go aerial here, I really want to play these first aids though. Because is there ways for him to kill us? I mean, I'm feeling pretty good right now, but I just don't want to get taken off guard. Yeah, let's just. But at the same time, we need to will him down. Let's go airborne. So we're gonna exhaust the boots here. This would be a mental. So now we're aerial. Exhaust both gauntlets. It's gonna do 4 damage on Ultron. That'll bring it from 24 down to 20. Let's. I guess we can. Thor for 2. We're going to arc reactor. Ready, back up. And then we can have the allies activate here because he won't get that boost card. So all allies will attack, including Iron Man. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 damage on Ultron. That'll bring him from 20 down to 16. And then all allies will take a consequential damage. Alright, that's gonna end our turn. Let's ready back up. Hopefully we can end it next turn. I'm gonna still hold on to this first 8 here. We need these mentals for Iron Man, even if we don't play the first 8. So we'll draw back up to 7 here. We got a genius. Okay, we got a repulsor blast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have to kill because we have 2 supersonic punches. So we drop to 7, which is a hand size, and we have to make the call for Nick. All right, so it's Ultron's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main. Then he's going to get a drone minion. We're gonna let him do that. Hawkeye's gonna ping it off with his last arrow counter. So we got rid of a get ready. And then Ultron's gonna attack us. He no longer gets a drone minion whenever he attacks now, so he just gets a face down boost card here. And Hawkeye is used up, so he's gonna block for us. He's in with a base of 4 boost card. The villain is making an undefended attack, choosing this card over your control. It is defended with Hawkeye defending, so no boost damage. 4 damage takes out Hawkeye. All right, then we're dealt 1 face down encounter card, which is Invasive AI. When reviewed, discard top 3 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3. And this just has 3 threat on here with a hazard icon. Okay, and we can just ignore that. All right, actually, we might as well just throw it out for fun because they have nothing else to do with Iron Man, right? We're gonna do 2 threat off of Invasive AI. Iron Man's gonna use his basic Thor activation. Let's exhaust the arc reactor. Ready, back up. Thor for 2. Clear off this side scheme here. Let's do Mockingbird. Thor for 1. Clears off the main scheme. Should take a consequential damage, get knocked out. All right, then we're going to go airborne. So let's spend. We don't need a first aid anymore. We're gonna spend a mental resource here. Exhaust the rocket boots. So now we're gonna go airborne for the rest of this turn. We're gonna exhaust both gauntlets, which will do 2 damage each now because we're airborne. That'll bring Ultron from 16 down to 12. And then let's do Maria Hill. We'll swing for 1. That'll bring from 12 down to 11. Maria Hill takes a consequential damage. She's gonna get knocked out. And then I don't think we need to. Oh, let's do Repulsor Blast here. Let's exhaust the Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card we play by 1. To play a Repulsor Blast, discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Come on, give me energy. No energies. Okay, we didn't build a deck that way anyways. So it's going to do 1 damage to Ultron because it's got no other energy. So that'll bring it from 11 down to 10. And then we're going to use, we're not going to play Make the Call. I think that's fine. So we're just going to use a double here to play Supersonic Punch. Hero action attack, do 4 damage to enemy and 8 instead if you have the arrow chip. We do have the arrow chip with a rocket boot, so 8 damage brings from 10 down to 2. And then we can use another double right here to play another Supersonic Punch. It's going to do another 8 damage. and that'll bring Ultron from 2 all the way down to 0. And yeah, we had a little bit of overkill damage there as well. All right, there we go. So that was Iron Man only using core set cards against Ultron on expert mode. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I hope that this was a fun game here to watch with Iron Man. And yeah, Tony's one of my favorite heroes to play with in Marvel Champions and in the Marvel universe. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.